Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about budgeting. Am I blurry again? Okay, I think we're not blurry. Okay, we're gonna be talking about budgeting as a gig driver. How you can go from barely making enough money to get by. It's not COVID, I swear. I actually get tested every single week for COVID, so I know it's not COVID. So we're gonna be talking about how you can go from making just enough money to get by to making substantial money. And I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on financial planning in the future, probably a little bit less geared towards the gig economy stuff, just because that's what I find interesting, and I'm obviously moving away from gig driving full time. But I'm going to tell you guys how I got from going from barely making enough money to get by and basically budgeting my way out of that whole endless circle of making enough money to get by. So what you got to do is, first of all, you got to figure out what are your monthly bills. Now, if you guys don't have a budget, this video is very important for you and should be taken very seriously, because a lot of people live their life without knowing how much they need to make every single day to get by. So what I did when I was, 2 years ago or so, I realized, man, just driving every single day 10 hours on Postmates is not going to cut it. So I got to figure out how much I'm going to need to make every single day. Fortunately, I got onto Doordash, which is paying me a lot more. Made life so much easier, and I don't know if I would have ever gotten out of that circle if it wasn't for Doordash, let's be honest, because I was making barely $100 a night on Postmates doing it for 10 hours. Anyway, so getting to the budgeting thing, you got to figure out what are your monthly bills. Everyone should know how much are your monthly bills. Is it rent? Maybe it's $500. Your car bill, maybe it's another $300. For me, my current bills are $550 for rent, $650 for my car. Yes, I know I pay $650 for my car, but I make a lot of money with my car because I tow all the time. Insurance is $185. I don't know what we're at. Let's just say we're at $1,300. We'll do $1,300. And then I got other random bills and stuff, but I would say my bills are generally pretty low. About 2 years ago, they were around $1,600 because I had personal loans that I took out for my business and all kinds of other stuff. So I had to make $1,600 to get by. What I'm trying to get at is I had to make $1,600 just to keep my ship above. That's not even including gas or other things like food, necessities. So I considered myself having to make $2,100 a month just to get by. That's not even that's just to keep my ship afloat. So you guys got to realize how much you need to make to get by, and then you need to plan on top of that. So fortunately, I've always had other side gigs. I got into the gig economy after I had started my businesses. So I already had side hustles and other things coming in, like random photography gigs, random shows and stuff that would come up. Unfortunately, COVID canceled all that. And during COVID, I would just make $70 a day, because if you add $70 a day up, it comes out to about $2,100 a month. That's what I needed to make every single day. So you got to break it down. How many orders do I need to do every day? Well, for me, that was about 10 orders every day. So I would wake up and know, okay, this is how much I have to do today. I have to do at least 10 orders to get by, and then obviously we want to try to save some money and put it towards things like investments and stuff. I think personal loans are something that a lot of people overlook, and a lot of people think, oh, I'm not going to have money to invest in my business. It's going to take me forever to get to this. Well, if you take out a personal loan, there's a lot of things you can do with it. Whether it's buy a car or invest into your own business or something. If you're going to take a personal loan out, you better invest it into something that's going to make you money in the future, though. Getting a personal loan out and paying off a car, personal loans are a lot harder to get. They are, because there's no collateral that the bank has other than just giving you money and hoping that you pay it. You usually can only get $5,000 to $7,000, especially if it's your first one. But I highly recommend everyone, if you want to start a business or if you're thinking about something but you're like, man, I can't get enough money saved up to invest into that business, take out a personal loan, it's gonna add like, I don't know, $100 to $200 a month that you need to make, but you have that money up front. And especially right now, I think our money is going to go, like, it's going to be devalued quite a bit. So taking out a $5,000 personal loan might be worth, I don't know, less in the future, like with, what do you call it? I can't think of words right now. Anyways, okay. I think taking out a personal loan, though, is one of the best things you could do. And I've personally taken out, I think, 4 of them in my life. So I think and that's how I funded all of my businesses. I took out a personal loan, paid for everything, like initially when I got my first trampoline, which is a $10,000 trampoline. I took out a personal loan, paid that off. So I think everyone should at least look into getting a personal loan if you have the idea, or there's something that's holding you back, like you don't have enough money right now and you think it's gonna take you forever. So anyways, on top of that, if you're in my situation and you need to make $2,100 a month, try to make $100 a day. That way you have something going towards your savings, because you got to consider wear and tear on your car. You have to consider potential crash, like knock on wood, even though there's none in here, but like hopefully we don't ever crash, even though that is inevitable that DoorDashers will crash. There's things you gotta, if you don't have a plan yet, you have to come up with a financial plan. And the video that I'm going to put out after this is going to be how I went from making essentially $20,000 a year doing DoorDash to over $100,000 a year by creating other sources of income. And I think that it's very important, the plans that you guys make. The people, like I've said so many times before, one of my favorite books I read was Your Next 5 Moves. If you don't have your next 5 moves, oh my God, this guy's having a freaking bad day. The guy crashed into a palm tree on a swamp. Not a good day. See, maybe that guy was a DoorDasher. Hopefully he wasn't. But you always have to consider that you might get into a car crash. Anyways, so I just think the book Your Next 5 Moves is one of the best books I've ever read, because it talks about knowing your next 5 moves, having like a plan set in place for how much I need to make this month, so that way I can invest this month or this much next month, and so on. I always have my next 5 moves planned. I literally keep a notepad with a to-do list on my phone. Every week I update it and try to write into it on Monday things that I need to write for the week. So I highly suggest getting a to-do list for you guys. But you need to break everything down to days. So that way you know every single day. If you're a full-time dasher, you know every single day how much money you need to make just to keep your ship floating. I would highly suggest trying to double that every day, to be honest. So that way you don't have to work every single day, because you don't want to be full-time dashing. I've said it a million times before, this is a job with a dead end. There's no like amazing thing that's going to happen to you when you hit 2,000 dashes, or there's nothing at all other than your car is getting worn down. So you have to realize the escalator is going the opposite direction. As you're running up making money, there's all these other things taking you down and slowing you down. And if you don't see the real big picture, a lot of people don't see the big picture. And hopefully this is a lot of stuff that I talk about almost every single day on my channel, but this is geared towards more newer subscribers. And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. We got plenty of super informational videos coming at you guys in the future. I'm always trying to give as much free information as I possibly can away. Now I am pulling up to work because I gotta do some stuff, and then we're gonna film some more videos today. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe and smash that like button. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.